Let's go. We're ready. Boom. Cam 1, 2. All good. Let's go. Yo. So welcome back. Still haven't done much here, apart from dancing and talking. Alright, so we're back to our little robot. I think this music's gonna distract me. No, you just can't help it, man. The beat is in me, right? Ooh, ooh, ooh. Alright, cool. Back to our little robot here. Let's start recording. So, we're back here. We connected earlier a little LED light. And what we're going to do now. So, like I said, it's connected to pin 13. And then we came here, we told LED, like I was explaining in my previous video. So we initiated the LED pin 13, and then we told Arduino that LED pin equals number 13. So now LED pin becomes 13 and number 13. So we come over here to tell Arduino again in the setup section that the LED pin is number 13. So we're in pin mode now. When we come to pin mode, here we're connecting with this function. We connect pins. So now we're telling the computer here that LED pin knows it's number 13 because we gave it 13. So he knows this LED pin, and then we connected LED pin to 13, pin number 13. No, we connected our LED to pin 13 here. So LED pin, it's a variable that stores number 13, right? That's all the computer knows at to this point, yeah, up until here. And then when we come to the pin mode, we're telling the computer. So now, as soon as we write pin mode, Arduino knows that we're talking about pins. So which pin do you want to connect, and what do you want to call it? So we called it LED pin, and we gave it 13. So now pin mode here, the computer knows we're talking about pin number 13 that we called LED pin. To the computer, it doesn't matter what we call it, as long as we give it a number that will match our microcontroller pin number. So then, see, put a comma here, and then you tell the Arduino in pin mode, what do you want to do with the pin? Do you want it to be an input? Do you want to collect not collect data, but yeah, do you want to use it as an output or as an input? Do you want to read for all readings and stuff? And for example, if you have any like an analog pin, then analog anything like a joystick or like a thermometer or something, we'll connect it to an analog pin. Therefore, it's going to be inputting data into our Arduino. So for now, we're using it as an output for them, as well as for. But I just wanted to show you the difference between importing a library and using a library for something and not using any library. So LED pin 13, that's what we did servo. With servo here so far, we initialized yeah, the number, the pins. The music is doing I can't focus with both. So back, sorry guys, oh, I'm lost. So I was saying servo. So yeah, LED pin. What we're doing here is basically like this. But with the servo, when we use servo library, look here. Instead of calling the pin mode, we're using the servo library to attach a servo to a pin. So you see this, the dot attach 5, it does pretty much, it does what this does. But because this, if we remove the servo library, if we delete the servo library, then this won't work because Arduino would not recognize the dot attach because it doesn't know whether it's what to use, what to give. It's a light bulb, is it a servo, is it a washing machine? So that's why I use the LED pin as an example. So at this point here, what we've done so far, we've only just created a variable that we called LED pin to describe our light bulb. Then we gave it 13. So now our LED pin is equal to 13. So the computer sees LED pin as 13 now. Just as soon as you go down here, that's it. This became 13. Alright, so now we have a variable LED pin 13. Came to pin mode, you have to come pin mode and tell the computer which pin you want to use. So now we're talking about LED pin, which is number 13. Okay, so the computer knows it's 13. We know it's our LED pin. This is pretty much for us, the LED pin. Then you tell, whenever you write pin mode, whenever you go to the pin mode, this is what you have to do. The first word is your variable or your pin. The second one is your command, or yeah. So you want to input or output. We told the computer we want it to output. Okay. So now the computer knows we have an LED pin which is connected to pin number 13 on our microcontroller. Then we come to the loop. We can even program it here if you want it on at all time, not flash, not blink, not anything. For example, you just want, so you come here and then you say digital, because we're using a digital pin, so we say digital digital, right? Yeah, I think it's, see, when I don't use this for a while, I start forgetting things. So it's always good to practice every day, come back, even if you're just messing about, with lights, anything that excites you, anything that stimulates your brain, just do it. Mess about for as long as you want, and you will learn. You will learn and you will remember. Even if you don't learn anything new, you're just storing that information. For me, it's really hard to remember stuff because, like I said, I have ADHD and it's just a mess in my brain. So for me, it's really good to practice. I learned C++, I kid you not, 16, 17 years ago. When I was about 12, 13, I wrote my first code. I made like a small calculator. I made converters, all these little things. I was so excited at the time. But because I stopped coding, then like few years back, I started Java, and then after Java, I did HTML. I learned HTML again, same time as C++, but then I wrote my first code, and I was like 12, 13 max with Java. At the time, I'm talking about early 1999, early 2000. Yeah, that 2000, 1999. I was a little kid then, and internet, there was pretty much no internet at the time. I mean, there was like slow internet and um, what's it called? Dial-up connection. Anyway, coming back to, oh fuck, I just fucked up, man. I guess we're gonna go to our little Arduino and nobody saw anything. Just come back here. Caught me smoking my little doobie, man. I got burned. I just baited myself out. Fucking ash everywhere. Alright, cool. the man them and the girl them and the cat them. If you got cats watching, big up the catsies. Alright, so we have our little robot here, man. I can't remember what I was talking about. Yeah, I was coding, I think. Yeah, I was talking about yeah, so we're here, digital right. That's where we stopped. Alright, so digital right. Fuck, how do you do that? Digital right. And then yeah, LED pin. LED. LED pin. Yeah. So we're using the function digital right here. Yeah, so we're writing to the pin. So you can either write a high or a low. For now, just high and low. That's all you need to know. So we're telling the computer, so we're digital write. So these are digital pins. So digital, then you write. You can write or read. So you can, if you wanna read what the input is, then you use digital read. And if you want to write, so output something, yeah, you use the write function. And then again, right after the function, you open this semicolon here, and then LED pin, comma, and then we want to give it a high or a low. So we're gonna give it a high. Boom. So it will always be high now because it's in the setup. So as soon as no matter what, our LED will be on. So look, it should come on. Oh, when there's power. Fuck's sake. Let's connect. This robot is gonna start flipping and going all fucking nuts. Yeah, I told you. Yeah. What happened to our LED pin? Oh, I forgot. I'm using this tiny wire. We're gonna have to rewire this. Wait, but them chillax, bro. This bot is fucking crazy, man. What's happening there? Let's go to this. Oh, this camera stuff. Tired of this other camera, man. I need to buy the pro version. This Bambino is going nuts. Bambino, relax, mother. Fuck you up. One sec, stop there. Alright, so we need a cable. Then we're gonna rewire this LED. We're gonna give it, boom. This is the easy. Now that we have to use the cable, I was trying to save cables, but I completely forgot that this will start moving. See, that was kind of stupid from my behalf. The behalf. Okay, cool. Boom. Grab a wire somewhere. Grab the wire. Bordel de merde. So we're gonna connect pin 13 to. Alright. Is that pin 13? Yeah. Boom. Now we have pin 13 connected. Bottom is ready. Can you see the LED should now? Oh, we need to upload the code. What happened here? LED pin 13. What's wrong? Output LED pin output. We have a problem here. LED pin 13. Yeah. What's good? LED output. Hi. What is wrong, bro? Exit status. LED pin does not name a type. Oh, fucking stupid. Sorry guys, my bad. I'm thinking this is the problem when you're using two different languages. I'm using Python, and in Python you don't have to you don't have to mention the variable type. So if it's like an integer or a string, or but in C++ you have to declare your variable. If it's an integer, if it's a number, we give it an integer. So integer is a number um, uh, that doesn't contain a decimal point. So if you want to use a decimal point, you use a float. So a float. What am I doing here? What's wrong with my computer? Float. So that means we can't really use a float for because we're declaring a pin. So it's just gonna fuck shit up. Sorry guys for my language. I keep forgetting. So hard for me to you know, not say bad words. Because I'm a bad boy. So we're uploading our sketch here. Alright, see? Oi. Oh, actually, yeah. Whoa. You see a little bot then? It's fucking crazy now. It's got power lights and shit. It's going nuts. Hey. Yo, guys, so what I was thinking yesterday, I had this idea between the millions of ideas that come from my mind. One sec. Let's stop this. It's doing my head in. I need to program this properly. Alright, keep it like this. Cool. Alright, so got the light on. Yeah, so that was an example on how to use a light. So now, for example, I should have made a separate video. So now I'm wasting all my time talking about the LED and not not moving forward with our robot here, the server project. So I think I'm gonna redesign. I'm gonna make it a little bit more neater. I'm gonna give it a few buttons here. I'm not sure what you guys think, but it's gonna look a lot cooler. Cooler. You know, sometimes I forget how things are meant to be pronounced. Some words, you know, when I think about it the second time, I'm like, is that how you say it? No, it could be like this. Maybe it could be like that. Maybe you could pronounce it like this. What accent is that? Is that African? No, that's French. No, that's Indian. No, that's all this shit goes through my head all the time. That's why I can't finish no projects. I start this and then this. I was with started with the LED light. I was filming the LED project. I got the servo motors. Then I started on the servo motors. So, but I can't be. If I like this, I can be consistent and I can post every day. Unlimited amount of content. But if I have to edit and go through everything, I'll probably produce one little video, but once a week, or maybe I'll never start producing. So I'm just recording. I stopped giving a fuck. I'll post, you like. I'm sure, you know, I've got, like, I haven't started, you know, like, this is just a trial. So even with the account, the way I'm posting, the setup I have, it's all, you know, it's just to start, but hopefully soon. This camera stopped again. Yeah, I'll be doing things properly, and then so now that I started, I know what I need, and because when I can't plan things without starting. So for example, with this, if I never bought this, I would have. I can't learn, and I can't learn, and I can't practice, and I can't teach. So now all I needed is just to practice. Now I'm practicing. See, you get stuck today, tomorrow you realize how to solve the problem, and then you go from there. So we started with this, and I decided to record the whole this because it's not just about computing, it's about me, ADHD, and how I do all these little things. So my future videos, I'm gonna be moving soon, so I've got a bigger place, bigger setup. I'm gonna be doing cooking videos, DJing, music production. We're gonna create drones, mini cars, uh, loads of stuff. For fuck's sake. Mate. The shizzle manizzle. The problem now, see the issues I'm having right now is that I'm not recording HD because it's definitely, it could be done. But, so back to slow more video. The video. Mate. What did we say about this thing? We said we always want you to be cool. Now it started to be slow and it's taking ages. That means the computer is heating up, I think. The CPU's it's getting a little slower. Or whatever the fuck is going on. I think that's what's happening. But you know when you go live and there's always a little geek, man, who's gonna be like, no, that's not what's happening, mate. No, 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 no. What is happening right now is like the binaries are getting traumatized. And the bits the bits are tired. That's what's happening. The bits got tired. Therefore the CPUs is heating up. Alright, so is this working? Right? Man them with the girl them. They wanna shine. Alright. Cool. Where's my coffee? Alright. Cool. And I look like a fucking hipster, man. This last couple of weeks, look. On my hair, my beard. I was looking good still. Joking, man. I'm joking. Me a joking, blood. Can't you take a joke, blood? Alright, so interesting. What were we doing here? So we stopped. Shall we go back to the code and do a bit more coding? Alright, let's go back to our code here. Let me take you back to the code so you can see what I can see. Alright, so we're here. We're here, man. And set server POS. Blah, blah, blah. Oh, yeah, I forgot that I'm live. Should I leave you guys here and go? I need to go pee wee wee real quick. And maybe sip on my coffee real quick. I know you like it. Oh yes, I'm live still. Okay, guys, welcome back. I'm here. Well, I should welcome myself back. What's it? Let me just have a look, see what's popping there. All right, so we're back at the code here, and what is that the server actually doing here? So everything starts at 0. So this is set to 45. This is set to. Okay, so from 45. What are these pins set to? I think this is the function. So we're at 60. That's the final, so at 60. Is it at 60 now? One sec. Lights come off. I think I'm gonna stop for a bit, and I'll be back later because I don't know what I'm doing right now.